Hey, Coach, just an update on training this week.
Yeah, it's been good. We've gotten going with no days off. Just get right back into it. An important game on Friday at York. It's always been a good game, and I think it's an important game for both clubs who are looking for 3 points.
Is there one thing you can point to in the last couple of games that maybe you're just trying to refine going into this weekend?
Yeah, I think it's just being a little bit quicker, in the final third before teams are able to really congest the box and get really deep. And when they do that, how do we recycle and find our situations from there? We've done a lot of good things in the last couple of games, and yeah. Not a lot's been done against us, but that's football sometimes, and we just keep on going. One thing we know, it's we score goals. We can score a lot of goals. We got to keep on doing that. We're good. We're sound defensively, so we just need to stick to our principles, stick to the basics, just do it a little bit quicker on the pitch.
What's your philosophy in terms of shots on target? Some people say there's no such thing as a bad shot. Some people are looking for the perfect shot. Is there a philosophy that you give to the guys just in terms of getting shots on goal?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is you want to see what the shots are in the game, because sometimes you can have 6 shots blocked on the line and you have 0 shots on goal, because a keeper hasn't made a save. So it all depends on how the stats are taken. It's more about where we're getting with the ball and what positions we're getting with the ball, and what's happening in those situations. Yeah, you can take 10 shots from 30 meters, but we know that's 1 or 2 goals a year may come from there, if you're lucky. So it's just about picking the right spots. So that's the thing we look at. Obviously, you want shots on goal. There's no ifs, ands, or about that. And we know when we get our numbers up, it's a good thing. Just our shot count and different things like that. But you always look at it individually. You always have to go a little bit more into the numbers.
Expecting to see some orange in the stands against York this week?
Yeah, every time we've been there, we have a good contingent of fans who travel down the road for the match, and to be honest, make it feel like we're at home. So we're looking forward to the same thing. It's an important game for us. As many as our supporters who can come over there, they always give us good energy, and we've had good results over there, and we're looking for the same thing on Friday night.
And what kind of challenges are you facing against York?
Yeah, I think York right now is they had a very good start to the season. They've had some troubles as of late, so for them it's a massive match. I think one, they're playing at home. Two, it's they're always playing their best football when they're playing against Forge. So I think that's what we need to be prepared for. And we always talk about it. Don't look at the standings. Don't look at where teams are. Everything shifts within a week to 2 weeks in our league. So we got to have our concentration on full and be prepared to go.
There's an influx of world-class talent coming to North America to play soccer, and Canada specifically. And not only are they choosing to play in Canada, but they're choosing to move their families and live here. Have you seen anything like this in terms of just soccer in this country, or is this just everything seems to be evolving really quickly in Canadian soccer?
Yeah, it goes quick. I think the national team obviously brings a little bit more spotlight on what's going on in the country, and let's not kid ourselves, money helps. So there's being money splashed around in the country, but I think it's all positive. It brings up the stature of the game all around at all levels. So I think everything that's been going on in Canadian soccer in this last year and this last few years have been fantastic, and it's going to keep on getting better. And I think that's going to grow our game not only in this country, but the way the global market looks at us.
And Canadian women too getting opportunity playing for some pretty big clubs in Europe as well.
Yeah, of course, it's all over. We've seen that there's a massive commitment to professional women's soccer in Europe, with a lot of the big clubs over the last 5 to 10 years, really investing. In the women's game. You're seeing games played at the Camp Nou in Barcelona with 60, 80,000 fans, and it's only part of the evolution of the game. And it's great that a lot of the women from Canada are getting these opportunities to play for some massive clubs. Of course, we don't have our own professional league, and that takes time and it takes a lot of infrastructure and different things to align. But it's just great to see that the professional game continues to grow, and there's a lot of opportunities for what is a quality women's group that we have, not only at the national team but the layers below that as well.
Yeah, and when you're, for lack of a better term, recruiting international players to come play here, for example, what's that sales pitch? There are obviously budget restrictions. And what do you say to those players that make them want to come here and play for Forge?
Yeah, I think one, it's first you start with the football. You look at the quality of football that we play, and that's the one thing, because I think every player loves coming into an environment where they can play. Two is the infrastructure we have here, Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton. It's a beautiful city, beautiful stadium, great place to be in every day as a professional player. And then just the growth of the game. The game is only going to get bigger in this country. So it's a great opportunity to get in here as the game is growing, and possibly as a foreign player take advantage of some of the opportunities that are going to come down the road.
This has been Forge FC head coach and technical director Bobby Smyrniotis and Behind the Beard. The most Forge content can be found on the Forge Audio Network with Anthony Urciuoli. Subscribe on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.